When creating your databases in SQL Server, you should consider a few aspects of storage for the files that makes up your databases. In order to make informed decisions, it's important to understand the file system that SQL Server uses. SQL Server uses two basic file types known as data file and a log file. And a data file is where all your information gets stored. It could be a primary or a secondary data file. In the file system, a primary file has an MDF extension, and a secondary file has an NDF extension. But we also have a log file that SQL Server uses as well. And this is where all of your transaction logs get written to before they actually make it into the database itself. You can also create additional file known as a secondary data file, which will have the .ndf extension, but you can also change the extension if you wish. This allows you to increase the size of your database. So secondary files are user-defined, and they are often used to spread your data across multiple subsystems, or to add more space to your database whenever your primary files start filling up. It's also important to know that they do not store system data. The data files that makes up your database may contain data, database tables, and database objects. So as you create tables within your database to store the data, your data files will contain those tables. It's also important that you understand that every database has a primary file group. And this primary file group contains your data file and any secondary files you add to that file group. You can also define your own file groups. Your user-defined file groups can be created to group data files together for administrative, data collection, or placement purposes. When objects are created in the database without specifying which file group it belongs, they are assigned to the default file group. And anytime exactly one file group is designated as the default file group. The primary file group is your default file group unless it's changed by using the alter database statement. So in summary, understanding how SQL Server stores data in different file types on your system helps you to ensure that your configuration of your storage location and allocation of space for your database files will not impact your system negatively. You may run into scenarios where application or end users cannot write to the database because it will say and give you an error like file system out of space. So you need to come in as a database administrator now and then add additional files to your file group or expand an additional file within the file group. You'll understand more in upcoming lectures.